Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lily and my channel is called Lily's Leaves. This is going to be my first video on YouTube, and if you don't already know me, thanks for joining. If you know me from Instagram, hi, thank you for coming over. If you don't know me from Instagram, please go check it out if you like this video and follow along for more because there is going to be more content coming soon. So let's get into it. Today I'm going to be doing a full houseplant tour to just get you started on my channel, know what I have, what I'm wanting, how my space looks to start off, and then hopefully you'll get to like grow and change and watch my journey as like my plants mature, or I get bored of them and get rid of certain ones or get new ones or get interested in other things. So this is what I'm interested in now. This is what I have. I think I have about 75 plants, but I will get a counter going as we go along. And I live in an 800 square foot apartment. The upstairs portion is really tiny. It's probably like 500 square feet. No, I don't know math. It might be like 600. And then there is like a bathroom, stairwell, and all of that space makes up the 800 square feet. So the bathroom's downstairs. But anyways, so 800 square feet, about 75 plants, but I'm definitely wanting to expand my collection because it's not overwhelming right now. How many I have, I'd like more. I feel like my space would look better with more. Anyway, that's a little bit too much information. Let's just get into it. So the first thing we're gonna look at is the shelf behind me, which is where I keep a majority of my plants. This shelf is painted green. I'm debating repainting it, and I'm so sorry about the glare from these windows. This room is so bright. There's so many windows. I'm hoping to get invested in some curtains, but let's just start over here and we'll go walk our way around my apartment. So first of all, one of my very favorite plants is my Florida Ghost, which is super minty and has this beautiful minty variegation. I got this off Facebook Marketplace from a local guy for $20, which is literally insane. She's so pretty. I don't really have that much to say about her. This is her nose leaf, which isn't that minty, but I'm not sure if that's just the lighting change from where she was. She was living under a grow light, but I have her on this little stand that I upcycled a couple months back, and I just have this little chopstick in here that's kind of propping her up. I'm kind of thinking of trailing her. Like if you've ever seen Wild Ferns videos, she has a Florida Ghost that trails along her back wall, which I think is really cool, or maybe I'll put her on a moss pole. Anyway, moving over here. This one is actually new to my collection, and ooh, that's sad. Look at that leaf drying up. I hope I'm adequately caring for this plant because I really don't know what I'm doing. Ferns are kind of new to me. I used to have a lot of ferns and then I kind of got out of it, but this is a rabbit foot fern, which is so stunning. I'm obsessed with the little fuzzy feet and the leaves. I kind of want to divide her up and split some of, or divide her up and hang some of her like on a wall mount because I've seen those and I think they're really pretty. Up here we have my really sad looking silver sword. I'm actually really sad about this. She used to look super stunning. If I can find a picture, I will put her up, but she just was not doing well. I think she rotted, and then she also wasn't growing into her moss pole because it was so dry in here for so long and we had a broken AC. And so I just chopped her and hopefully she'll do better. She has a growth point. Sorry, the white contrast, or the contrast is really bad because of the lighting in here. She has that obvious growth point and then another tiny one if you can see it, and then a new leaf emerging. And then in this cute little bee pot is just a random syngonium. I don't know syngoniums. I just got this as a wet stick and it was a mystery to me. I didn't even know it was going to be a syngonium when I got it, but it's super cute. I like it a lot. Moving up, and I'm probably just going to pull down these plants because the lighting is so bad. I have a Dischidia Million Hearts. Relatively new to my collection, but she is super cute, variegated, and living her best life, I hope. She's a little straggly, but this is kind of how she came, so hopefully she'll fill out more this summer. Next we have an orchid, just a Phalaenopsis orchid that has these little purple flowers. These are both shriveled off. Those ones will be bursting out soon. This whole plant has been blooming for me since December, and it is currently the end of June. These are seed pods that I actually self-pollinated this plant just to see how to do that. So I might be investing in getting some tissue culture and trying to grow some of those seeds out. This is my Micans, which I'm literally obsessed with. She is so long and beautiful. She just trails, sits up here, low maintenance. I really need to repot her because I'm pretty sure she's super root bound, so I'll definitely be doing that in a weekly plant tour video. A week of plant tours video. That's what I meant to say. Moving up and over to this higher shelf. The first one here is just a variegated string of hearts, which is very, 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 very long. Yeah, look at her. I'm obsessed. She's struggling a little bit, and I might take cuttings just in case. I'm a little bit worried about her. I think terracotta was not the best idea because she really likes water more than I can give her. I generally think of myself as an overwaterer, not an underwaterer, which I know isn't very common in the plant community, but I thought I'd put her in terracotta because my last one I overwatered and killed, and now I think she's being underwatered, which is crazy. Like, look at that. That's a... Oh no. That whole one just came off. I need to put that in water immediately. Anyway, I'll just set her there. Next plant right here is a staghorn fern. I'll pull her down for you to see. She's very large. I literally got her for $5, which is insane to me. That how much price drop these have come down. How much in price these have come down. Oh my gosh. But she had a little baby on her, which you'll see later. This is what she currently looks like. She's putting out a new leaf and a new frond at the same time. If you can see that. I love her. I love the pot she's in. It's got these little like wildflowers, and she's just stunning. Has little like dragonflies or whatever on it. Sorry, the white from the window is so bad. It was literally overcast 30 minutes before I started filming, and now it is so bright outside. This is my burrow's tail, which I just took cuttings from my mom's. She has a massive one. I think there's a reel about hers on my Instagram. So yep, there's that. She's just chilling in terracotta. Got that nice blue color. I'm obsessed. Then over here, this is a relatively new anthurium to my collection. I got her for $20 from a guy off Facebook Marketplace. It has 2 leaves, if you can see the other one, and a new emergent leaf. And this girl desperately needs a repot. Here, let me put her down and show you. Oh my goodness, do you see all those roots? Sorry for the reflection. Look at that. Chunky roots. She needs a repot so bad. It's peeking out the bottom. Anyway, so that will definitely be going on this week as some week of plant tours. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. I have been practicing talking in front of a camera, but it is still hard for me, especially a video like this that's just constant talking and no b-roll or clipping. So I will get better at it, but I'm also suffering from allergies right now, so I'm super sniffly and sounding a little weird. Anyways, moving on. This is my super silver lacanosa, who just bloomed twice out of this peduncle. Oh, I kind of thought that was gonna happen. This peduncle, oh, I literally just dropped it. Oh my goodness. This peduncle gave me 2 sets of blooms and then just totally croaked, as you saw. But the rest of her is looking very good. She has a bunch of new growth and a new peduncle that has like little nips on it, some buds, but I'm kind of worried it's gonna croak because I was just on vacation for a week and my sister was taking care of my plants and I think she got a little underwatered. She's kind of a thirsty girl. Let's see the top. She is so full and silver. I'm literally obsessed. I'm not a huge Hoya girly, but she's definitely my fave that I own. So there we go. Then down here we have my Philodendron Splendid, and I actually just bought some moss poles from Houseplant Essentials. So I'm going to be putting her on that very soon. Then I have this really wonky Hoya that sent out this really long vine and one little leaf on the end of it. This is my Hoya, Hoya Crimson Princess. So yeah, she's super cute. I grew her out from cuttings and she's growing pretty good. We have some more anthuriums down here. This is my Anthurium veitchii, which is so cute, putting out a new leaf. Oh my gosh, if it will ever focus. And that is its biggest leaf, that's its newest leaf, and it just lives in this little clear pot, and it has great roots, but I don't think I'll pull it out. This is my Anthurium Lux Radicans hybrid, which is in the cutest little pot that I got at Goodwill, and it also has the chunkiest roots. It's definitely in need of a repot. I think all of my anthuriums are in need of a repot. Yeah, these are my only anthuriums in my house, but I have another one at my mom's house that needs to come home to me, and that one needs to be potted up because it's living in water. Then this is a seedling size Philodendron crocodile, golden crocodile, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, and I kind of put it in this pot that looks like it's almost the same color. I don't know if it's a vibe. I am really into pot styling and like plants in the right pot, and a lot of the time I don't quite get it right, but maybe it's cute, maybe it's tacky, I can't decide. This is just a little air plant. I forget how to say the technical term, but it starts with a T, and I'll put it on the screen. And it just lives in this little like mushroom holder thingy, and I'm pretty sure it's spray painted, so I'm not like in love with it. I would love to get like a really pretty cool air plant because there are a lot of cool ones, but this is what I have right now. It was just gifted, so I just keep her there. Okay, moving away from this shelf, and over here we have some cuttings. I don't think I'm going to talk too much about cuttings because they're not really fully established plants yet, but some of these will be potted up. Just some micans, some rabbitfoot fern, golden pothos, Monstera Peru, and a pink princess. So those definitely need to be cleaned. They're super gross and full of algae, but it is a super cute propagation station when clean. Moving over to my kitchen with the terrible glare. I'm gonna talk about the plants in my kitchen. Okay, sorry for the cut. I had to put out the incense that I just lit because it was a little bit too smoky for some reason. I don't know why that is, but okay. Over here we have a vanilla orchid attached to a chopstick and just climbing away. She's a lightly variegated girly, not the super white variegated, but I actually am really into like the almost aurea color of her. Super cute. Love her. Here is another Phalaenopsis orchid, and she is just living in moss. It's a Kodama. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hopefully I am. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll put the name on the screen as per all of the rest. In here is a bunch of carnivorous plants. This one needs to be potted up, and I'm probably gonna do a video about all of my different terrariums, so I'm gonna kind of just let you look at that for a second, but we'll talk about it later in some later videos because it's hard to film in this lighting and there's a lot to talk about. This is my Monstera albo. This is the new this one is the newest leaf, and this was the leaf before it, which is so funny and tiny, and what a big upgrade. And this is the oldest leaf because I chopped it back because it wasn't giving me any variegation, but now it is. And then kind of mixed into it is my Monstera Thai Constellation living in Leca. Look at those chunky fuzzy roots. Literally obsessed. Anyways, so those are my Monsteras. I definitely rotted her and she's doing a lot better in Leca, which I'm super pleased with. Moving to the other spot in the kitchen, there is a satin pothos, or oh shoot, I always forget the other name. I know it's not actually a pothos. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I'll just find it. This plant hates me. It's so stringy and hardly ever puts out new leaves, and I'm kind of debating just getting rid of her because she used to be massive and she just has been going downhill, and I can only get cuttings to barely make it a couple of feet before they just lose leaves and start looking super sparse. And I thought it was a lighting issue, but I don't think so because she's been living in really high light and it doesn't really seem to be making much of a difference. Moving down here, we have my Chinese evergreen Agulonema, which again, this one's another one I'm not super obsessed with. Not because she's not doing well. She's doing well. I just don't know if I like her coloration. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know if I like her. I might be getting rid of her. That's so sad. But if I'm going to be adding more in my collection, I want to have plants that I really love, if that makes sense. Yeah, not ones that I'm just collecting so I have greenery, you know. Moving over here, we have my Modula pothos, which is kind of funny. I don't know if it's actually Modula. I got it at a trade for free, and it has some variegation, but it really just kind of looks like a golden pothos, maybe. I mean, the leaf shape is kind of different, but I don't know. I'm kind of debating putting her on a pole, seeing if she'll size up or give me any white. But yeah, she's kind of cute. And she just lives in this little yellow dish. That is it for my kitchen. So let's move over to this back wall where we have a hanging philodendron lemon lime. If you can't tell, I'm actually obsessed with philodendron. I think my top genus is probably philodendron and then anthurium. I am still on the philodendron craze. I know not everybody is. A lot of people are downsizing. I'm wanting to upsize. I'm wanting to get more on moss poles. I don't even have any moss poles right now. But I just bought some, so hopefully we can get all of that in the next couple of videos. So I'm obsessed with her. She's so pretty. I love her coloration. Literally, I know some people think that the lemon lime kind of looks dead, but I love it. She's just hanging. I set up this hanging, this pot hanger. Someone built it for me, and then I just have this little beach stone that I found in Oregon that I tied to the bottom of it, and then made the macrame portion, which is, I think, really skills. I think she's adorable. I want this whole back wall to be like plant art vibes, if you know what I mean. So that I also have my hanging staghorn fern that I mentioned earlier. She's stunning. I love her. I hope she's not drying out too much recently. But the nice thing is you can't really overwater her. So I water her as much as I possibly can. Then moving over to my TV stand, I have a holiday cactus from my mom off of her massive holiday cactus. My Hoya obscura, which is on this cute little trellisy thing. I don't know if it's a trellis, but it's in this cute dish that's from Korea. And this is like a kind of live edge, like it's sliced, but it's got this rounded bit. You'll see that my partner does a lot of woodwork. He is a carpenter, and so a lot of our apartment has wood. I did assemble that one, and these two chairs I restored, but when we get into our bedroom specifically, a lot of the stuff is his work, so that's cool. And this is just a random philodendron. I think it's Philodendron Prince of Orange, but I'm not sure. That's what it was sold to me as. Sold to me for $5 at a plant store because it was a rehab, but she's doing well. She has a new leaf. It is pretty orange. And yeah, she's cute. She lives in this little self-watering pot, which probably needs to be filled. Look at me talking about being an overwater and then underwatering my plants. Honestly, I think you can come back from underwatering sometimes easier than overwatering. So, I mean, pick your battles. Alrighty, then we're gonna move on into my bedroom. First one, when you walk in, you see my massive fiddly fig. It goes up to where my light switch is. I'd say it's probably about 3.5 feet, but I can measure that to make sure. She's been growing since 2017. She was my aunt's before she was mine, and now she's mine, and I love her. And honestly, she's super easy, super carefree. I don't know why this plant has such a bad rap. I don't know what I do. I just water her when dry, and she just lives in my bedroom. She gets morning light, and she pushes out so many new leaves, and she didn't really grow at all in the winter, so that was kind of concerning, but I repotted her, and then as soon as summer came, I swear she's grown like maybe 5 leaves this summer already on just this one, and then over here maybe 3 and 2 down here. Sorry for my camera is trying to be fancy and avoid all of the bright light, but I think it's actually making it worse. So 1 second, let me fix that. Is that better? I'm so sorry that changed halfway through, so hopefully I'm gonna try and make more aesthetic videos in the future, but this is my first one, so give me a break. It's okay. My camera was on like AI mode, trying to make the white balance look better, but I think this is actually better, especially in my bedroom where there's a lot of blinds. So that's the main plant in my bedroom. I have a little lemon tree that's growing, and she lives in a little mushroom pot. And then over here I have a little bonsai guy. He needs a little bit more dirt. I ran out of potting soil while I was potting him up. He's kind of spiny, but I just got him from the yard, and I'm hoping to bonsai-ify him. Another little terrarium, and then some plants that I'm selling on the desk, and a prop box that I probably won't go through. Now we're gonna jump to the bathroom. Oh, I totally forgot, before we go to the bathroom, we have to see a couple of plants in my window. This is my string of turtles. She's super long and beautiful. I'm literally obsessed. She lives in the south-facing window, gets so much light, and does so well. Yeah, sorry, it's super bright. I have a couple more succulents up in here. Most of them, I don't know the names. That one's a jade, and then a string of pearls. Okay, welcome to my bathroom. I have 2 little terrariums up here, which again I'm not going to really talk about, but you can see. This is just a little Hoya Carry. I'm going to turn this light off so you can kind of see it. That is a terrarium. Again, I have quite a few in here. And all of the nice wood. I did actually make this bottom piece, but my boyfriend did help me. This is a lipstick plant, the black lipstick plant, and it is super pretty. I really like her. She has really dark foliage because she lives in lower light in my bathroom, which I'm kind of obsessed with. And then we have a Heartleaf philodendron, just your basic green, in the cutest little brown pot. I'm hoping she'll like trail and we can have like 2 trailing plants over my sink. And then up here we have my very large sea blue, which I'm obsessed with. She's super long. I want to get a cutting on a moss pole one day, but for now she's just trailing away. Like that's super long. I don't know how long. Maybe I'll measure and give you the exact measurement, but that is what's in my bathroom.